All right, welcome to Unit 3, Lesson 13 and 14. I'm going to put these two lessons together in one video because after that, we are done for this unit. So, today we're going to construct and analyze frequency tables and line plots and solve word problems using data in line plots and scaled bar graphs. Okay, so turn to page 203 in your SAB and we'll get started. So, this is talking about frequency tables and line plots. It says the ages of some players on a basketball team can be shown in different ways. So this first one is a tally chart. It can be used to record and organize data, and they just tally each time there's a player that has an age. A frequency table shows how many times events occur. So they count the number of tallies and then write it in numbers. And then a line plot shows the frequency of data on a number line. So the ages are down here, and then each dot represents the age of one basketball player. Okay, so let's go down here and get started. Okay, it says use the data displays above to answer the questions. Okay, number one, how many basketball players are 10 years old? So we're going to go up to this frequency table and look for 10, and it is 4. All right, number two, which age appears the most often? I think that the line plot helps you solve this easier. You just pretty much look for whatever age has the most dots, which is 9. Easy. Number 3, are there more players younger than 9 or more players that are older than 9? So younger than 9 would be from 9 this way. Older than 9, 9 this way. So if we counted all the dots up, we would find that older than 9 has more players. And we're going to skip number 4. So now we're going to turn to the next page in your SAB, page 204. Okay, it says create line plots with fractions. Measure the length of the hand spans of 10 classmates to the nearest half inch. Okay, so this, I'm not going to have you measure each other's hands because you guys are crazy little hooligans and I know it'll take you so long to do it. So I have gone ahead and put in the data I want you to use. So you're going to pause the video. I want you to copy down everything that's in the tally chart and the frequency table onto your SAB. And once you have the data, I want you to use it to make the line plot for number 2. So you're going to make the line plot. Then you're going to answer the questions for number 3 and 4 using the line plot you created. And then once you've done that, come back and check your answers. And then we'll move on. Okay, welcome back. So here is the answers. Whoa, here's the answer. Just delete that. How about that? Okay, here's the answer for number 2. Your line plot should look something like this. And the answer for number 3 is 6.5. And I'll look at your questions you made for number 4. Okay, now let's move on. We're going to page 205. So we're moving on to lesson 3.14. And we're going to solve problems using a bar graph. Okay, it says 5 teams of students are riding their bikes after school to raise money for the computer lab. Every mile will earn the computer lab $2. The bar graph below shows the number of miles completed in 1 week. So here's our bar graph. And remember I told you I like to write the number of whatever the amount of each bar is, I like to write it next to it so it's easier for me to go back and answer the questions faster. So I've already gone ahead and done that. And let's start with number 1. Okay, how much money was earned for the computer lab on Tuesday? So what we need to do is, one more thing. So it's going to be asking us, these questions are going to be asking us about miles or about how much money. And so this shows miles. These are the number of miles. And for every mile, they get $2. So if it's going to ask us about the money, we're going to take whatever the amount of miles we have and multiply it by 2 to find the total amount of dollars they earned. And if it's asking us for miles, well, the answer is right here. Okay, so it says number 1, how much money was earned for the computer lab on Tuesday? So let's find Tuesday, which is 80. And it's asking us how much money. So we're going to multiply it by 2. And underline money if you need to. So 80 times 2, and our answer is $160. Number 2, how many fewer miles were completed on Monday than Friday? So this is asking us for miles, so we're not going to have to multiply anything. And Monday there was 70, and Friday, Monday 70 and Friday 110. So what we're going to do is subtract 110 minus 70 and find our answer of 40 fewer miles. And you would write out fewer miles. I can't because it's going to take me too long. Okay, so number 3. How many miles in all did the students ride? Okay, so it's asking us for miles again, so we're not going to multiply it by 2. And it's asking us for the total of all of the miles together. So when we take all these numbers we have up here and add them up, we will get the total number of 400 miles. Okay, now, I know you probably are like, what are these black things? So these are, I want you to pause the video and answer question 4, 5, and 6 on your own. Check with your partners, and then come back and check that your answers are correct. Okay, good luck. Okay, welcome back. Here are the answers for 4, 5, and 6. Pause the video if you need. And now we are going to move on to the next page in our SAB. We're going to solve problems using a line plot. So it says the physical fitness coach asked her students to walk around a track 4 times. 4 laps equal 1 mile. She recorded their times in the line plot below. We have here. And it says, number 7, what is the difference between the greatest and the least amount of time students took to walk 4 laps? So we need to find the greatest, which would be 18, and then the least, which would be 13. So then we're going to take our greatest and subtract our least to find 5 minutes. Voila, super easy. Okay, number 8. Did more students complete the laps in 16 minutes or more, or in 15.5 minutes or fewer? Whew, that was toughy. Okay, so for 16 minutes or more, we would pretty much just split it in here, the graph right here, because it's 16 or more. And then we're comparing it to 15.5 or less. Well, we can look at these dots, and it's pretty obvious that this side has more dots than this side. So I'm going to go ahead and say it's 15.5 minutes or fewer. And you would write or fewer because you're awesome, amazing students and you follow directions. Okay, I know you probably already saw the answers. Okay, so I'm going to have you pause the video again, and I want you to solve number 9, 10, 11, and 12 on your own. Check your answers with your partner, and then come back to check your answers to make sure you got them right. All right, welcome back. So here's the answers to the questions I asked you to solve. Once you've got it all figured out and you don't have any questions, then get started on your homework and remembering. Good luck!